at 6, a bomb threat was made on the Frontier flight. More details on the threat and passengers next.
Egypt, Pakistan, Turkey, and Saudi Arabia's foreign ministers met to discuss regional issues. Find out what was discussed.
Storms have been active during the past week, including tornadoes. We'll tell you how they impacted the surrounding communities.
E. coli outbreak from various dairy products. Find out if your fridge will need to be cleaned.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Good Monday evening, Portage County, and welcome back to Kent Stater TV. I'm Lila Schaefer-Hughes.
And I'm Amanda Nichelle. Thank you for joining us.
We start tonight as Trump administration officials said that TSA workers will receive paychecks in the next couple of days. This comes after President Donald Trump's executive action ordering the immediate pay of those workers. TSA employees have been without pay for over a month, and the partial government shutdown continues. This Monday morning, travelers affirmed lines have been shortened, but as of Sunday, funds have not yet hit their bank account.
TSA officers have been used as political pawns in other parts of the department, and the damage to the TSA officer is not going to be magically fixed by just giving us our back pay. We have totally taken on tremendous amounts of debt on the behalf of the American people.
TSA workers were asked to return gift cards distributed by Tyler Perry in the Atlanta International Airport. According to sources, the actor handed them out in an effort to provide financial assistance to TSA workers who, due to the shutdown, are working without pay. The gift cards were valued at $1,000 each, and it is not clear whether those who have already used the money will be obligated to pay it back.
A bomb threat was made on a flight from Columbus to Atlanta this weekend. According to a statement made by Frontier Airlines, a passenger made a verbal bomb threat after the plane landed. Investigators searched the plane, and Frontier Airlines found the threat to not be credible. It is still unclear whether the passenger was taken into custody or will face charges.
Raleigh-Durham Airport received an anonymous threat early Monday morning. Terminal 1 was evacuated of passengers and staff, while law enforcement and TSA officers checked the facility. Hundreds of people gathered outside the terminal for nearly 2 hours until the facility was finally cleared at around 6 a.m. Law enforcement could not identify the threat, but they're still present at the airport to ensure everyone's safety.
The Supreme Court is set to hear a case on birthright citizenship this Wednesday. The case is focused on the 14th Amendment's wording that gives American citizenship to anyone born or naturalized in the United States. This comes after President Donald Trump emitted an executive order that aims to remove that citizenship to the right citizenship from babies born to undocumented immigrants.
DHS funding lapse is now the longest government shutdown in U.S. history, with a record of 45 days. The shutdown is strongly affecting travelers across the U.S., as some airport security lines have been stretching for hours due to TSA staffing shortages. Officers have not been getting paid for working during the shutdown, leading to hundreds quitting or calling out of work. As a result, President Donald Trump signed an order Friday that demands DHS pay TSA workers, and paychecks are expected to land soon.
Hard when the Senate passed the DHS funding bill?
It's a shame. They should really just go to a filibuster. They should terminate the filibuster, and they should vote. That's what I think. Look, I think the Senate is playing it too soft. The Republicans are wonderful people, but we're dealing with very sick individuals. The Democrats are sick.
Cuba is starting to get oil. President Trump allowed a Russian tanker carrying 720,000 barrels of oil from Russia to arrive in the island this Monday. The crisis began after Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro was arrested in January, ending Venezuela's supply to Cuba. President Trump said that he allowed the shipment of oil to pass the blockade for humanitarian needs.
As the conflict in Iran reaches its 31st day, President Donald Trump has stated that he is no longer patient to wait for the Strait of Hormuz to reopen. And if for any reason a deal is not shortly reached, the U.S. will obliterate all of Iran's electric generating plants, oil wells, and Kurag Islands. The president restated that the U.S. is in serious discussions with the new regime in hopes of ending their military operations in Iran.
Pakistan's foreign minister Ishaq Dar called a meeting of officials from 4 countries to the region to discuss concluding the war. The meeting focused on stabilizing security and ceasefire agreement and had the presence of foreign ministers from Egypt, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, and Pakistan. Additionally, Ishaq Dar announced that Pakistan is now prepared to facilitate talks between the U.S. and Iran to prevent further escalation.
Hezbollah commanders were killed in an Israeli attack in Beirut earlier today. The deceased were top commanders and responsible for the coordination between the Lebanese terror group and Palestinian terror organizations. The strike has been ruled by the military as a targeted attack to kill Hasma Rakin, the deputy commander of Hezbollah's Unit 1800. As the day continued, other strikes hit Beirut today, bombing Hezbollah headquarters and command centers.
The National Weather Service confirmed that 2 tornadoes touched down Thursday night.
An EF1 tornado started down in Morrow County and lasted for 2 minutes, and an EF0 tornado touched down in Knox County and lasted for a minute.
Damages include downed trees, a destroyed roof, and a destroyed outhouse. There were no injuries due to the tornado, which reached peak winds of 75 miles per hour.
So far this season, we saw some pretty severe storms. Lila, will we be seeing any storms like the one we had last week?
We will. And Amanda, it looks like we will be seeing some storms as soon as tomorrow. As you can see, today we have a UV of 11, which is pretty low, and it's 72 degrees outside, which is very warm. And the wind is going to make that 72 feel a little bit chillier. And the humidity is a nice 47 degrees, which is very, very humid. If you go out with straight hair, your hair is going to turn curly. And as we see that as the hours progress, 8 p.m. starts off at 66 degrees and then takes a little bit of a 2-degree dip by midnight. There is a little bit of a chance of rain at 10 p.m. So if you go out tonight, be sure to have your umbrella handy. As far as tomorrow, we will be seeing those storms, thunderstorms actually, and that wind will be coming 17 miles an hour. So if it rains, that will be kind of like sideways rain, you know, like that annoying pouring down rain. You're probably going to need an umbrella packed for tomorrow. Humidity is still pretty high too. All right, folks, that's all that I have right now. Stay tuned to see the surrounding temperatures of Ohio and the extended weekly forecast. Let's go back to the desk.
Thank you, Lila. Ohio Democrats are proposing a utility rate freeze. The proposal would freeze utility cost recovery rates for 12 months and provide a $150 credit on Ohioans' electric bills. But the proposal also comes with a requirement for an increase in state taxes on oil and gas drilling. This proposal would put Ohio in line with other Republican-led states, but it is unlikely Ohio will embrace it.
Ohio State University placed the Pi Kappa Phi fraternity under interminous suspension following an event last Wednesday. A student was hospitalized after a chapter's event, but the university officials have not disclosed the student's condition or the specific cause. The chapter is prohibited from holding all activities and must stop new member recruitment pending an investigation.
A car went airborne and crashed into a Walmart store in Medina Township on Saturday afternoon. The driver, a 44-year-old man, was driving in the parking lot when he experienced a medical emergency and lost control of the vehicle. After crashing, he was able to get himself out of the car and was taken to a hospital for evaluation. There were no reported injuries to customers or employees, but the crash resulted in significant property damage to the building.
Charges are now pending after investigations exposed an online child exploitation case involving a 14-year-old girl. Officers responded this Saturday morning to a missing child report in Matana Township, who, after returning home safely, disclosed to detectives her relationship with the 21-year-old man. The man confessed to his involvement with the child after evidence was found in the suspect's home.
Spring is here, and tradition says it's time to start cleaning. Stay tuned as to how that may affect your mental health.
Registration for Lavender Celebration is open now. Lavender Celebration is a historic pre-commencement ceremony held to honor queer graduating students. Now hosted by Pride Kent, this event will be held on April 30th from 6 to 9 p.m. in the Kent State Student Center Ballroom, with a community reception at 5. Join us for a free dinner and award ceremony with keynote speakers, and watch the graduates walk the stage and receive our iconic rainbow stoles. Bring your friends, family, and absolutely anyone, regardless of how you identify. Scan the QR code or go to the link below and register today. Registration closes April 20th.
Julie was always a voracious reader. She'd carry 2 novels on an airplane because she'd read one on a 3-4 hour ride. And at some point, I began to notice that she would read a page and couldn't remember what she had just read, and she'd have to go back and read it again.
I don't remember much these days after I read, but less does for me, and I love it.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Greetings, loved ones. Let's take a journey.
And although I may be lonely, stick around for what each of the cast members has planned for today.
All that and more on College Voice.
Peace.
Tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Your community.
Your stories.
Welcome back. Spring is here, but so is allergy season.
That is right, Lila. Our very own Anne-Marie Chula has more on how to deal with health matters during this season.
Spring is here and it is time to start cleaning.
Winter, spring has sprung, but if breaking out the vacuum for a new season refresh doesn't sound tempting, there's another reason to do it. It's good for your brain.
Instead of labeling cleaning as a chore, reframe it as an act of self-care.
Clinical psychologist Susan Alberts with Cleveland Clinic says having a tidy space can actually boost a person's mood. She says it's been shown to improve sleep, concentration, and energy levels while decreasing stress and anxiety.
Cleaning provides immediate, visible, and tangible results, which our brain loves. It likes to see evidence of success. This in turn releases dopamine into the body, the pleasure neurotransmitter.
But if your motivation is lacking, Albert says to start small. Try tidying your desk, which could also include digital decluttering, closing out emails, cleaning off your computer's home screen, and avoiding distractions by muting alerts until you're done. If you feel your cleaning momentum begin to shift, Albert says to move on to your bedroom.
Just cleaning your bedroom and making your bed has been shown in studies to improve your sleep by 19%.
Then she says to focus on high traffic areas, the most used spaces in your home.
This is going to help to reduce the stress and conflict in the family. When these high traffic areas are filled with clutter, they create stress for everyone.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Speaking of spring cleaning, you might want to clean out your fridge as an E. coli outbreak from raw dairy products sold by Raw Farm has increased. A total of 9 people in 3 states have become ill, with 2 cases recently announced in California. Half of the cases were kids under 5, and 3 people were hospitalized, with 1 person in serious condition due to the outbreak. The FDA has begun an on-site inspection at Raw Farm. U.S. pharmaceutical giant Eli Lilly and Hong Kong-based Insilico Medicine agreed on a $2.75 billion deal to move drugs created by AI to the world market. In a statement, the company said the deal will give Insilico $115 million in advance, with the rest used for other milestones, including royalties on upcoming deals. Insilico used AI to make about 28 drugs. Staying in the pharmaceutical field, a new study revealed that people who had heart attacks may not need beta blockers for the remainder of their life. The study focused on those who were stable for a year and then stopped taking the drug. The researchers revealed that participants were not high risk for death, possibility of another heart attack, or being hospitalized for heart failure. The study collected data from around 2,500 adults over 3 years and can be found in the New England Journal of Medicine. For KSTV, I'm Amory Chula.
Keeping you informed and ahead of the storm, this is your KSTV weather.
Welcome back, Flashes. Speaking of spring cleaning, this weather will make you want to stay in and do some reorganizing. But first, let's look at Ohio's temperatures right now. We can see that Akron-Canton has 66 degrees, and that's actually the lowest that we see of the whole map. But as we come down across the state, we're all kind of twinning with the 73, 72, upper 70s. It's pretty nice. As we lean in closer to northeast Ohio, we can still see that Kent is the nice 65 degrees, and the surrounding temperatures are nearing the upper 60s. Pretty nice. I didn't need to wear a coat. But as we look towards the extended forecast, you're gonna stay inside because this is what your whole week is looking like. Storms. And lots of them. So for tomorrow, the thunderstorms are coming around afternoon, and we have a 74% chance. So really bring your umbrella basically until Saturday. Keep it packed with you. It's still very nice, 70s, but that rain is gonna make it not nice. So as you look into your weekend, still pack that umbrella. I mean, sorry, that's all that I can tell you. That was a look at your full forecast for the week. Be sure to stay updated with KSTV. I'm Lila Schaefer-Hughes, and that was your Monday weather.
A fan favorite DC superhero is celebrating their birthday today. Find out who it is next.
Number 1 seed Duke took on number 2 seed UConn in a heated Elite 8 matchup. Highlights and more after the break.
Good morning. Hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to be inspired. One quick thing I want to remind you guys to be studying.
Major key alert. Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Class, today we're talking about inspirational quotes.
You want to get that paper? You better turn in that paper and get an A+. That's a major key. Another one. Mogul talk. You want to reach the mountaintop? You got to go hard. To succeed, you have to believe. Stay focused. Fly higher than the eagle. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote from recent history?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's that?
Do we have a gun?
Hey there, welcome to
Kent
Core.
Kent Core.
Kent Core. To Kent Core.
Hi guys, I'm Trump Branchin, and opening day for the MLB is this Wednesday, but the Kent State baseball team has already been heating up early and looking to make some noise of their own this season. The Flashes took on Miami of Ohio this weekend. They split the series coming into Sunday. The Flashes started out hot on Sunday as Kent took the lead 4-0 going into the 4th inning. The Red Hawks didn't give up as they went on a run and tied it up in the 9th inning, 5-5, forcing an extra inning. Miami rode that momentum and defeated the Flashes 8-5. Kent has dropped 3 of their past 4 games as they look to get bounced back on track against Baldwin Wallace at 3 p.m. tomorrow at home. Moving from Kent to Cleveland, the Cavs took on the Heat this past Friday, and the Cavs were on fire, scoring 2 season highs, 81 points in the first half and 149 points in the game. The Cavs won 149-128, which is their 5th win in 6 games, looking like a different team with James Harden. Max Strus had 28 points with 8 3-pointers. You heard that right, 8 3-pointers. And then Jared Allen's return game from 10-game absence, he had 18 points and 10 rebounds in 18 minutes. The Cavs, looking to stay hot, take on the Jazz tonight at 9 p.m. March Madness has been everything we expected, and now we're down to the final 4 men's teams. UConn, with the defensive identity, are 25-1 when holding teams under 70 points. Illinois has the nation's top offense. When they score 75 points, they have not lost. Combining offense and defense, Arizona has been dominant all year, winning every tournament game by double digits. And Michigan looks like the team to beat, combining size, defense, and star power after a statement win over Tennessee. 4 teams, 1 champion. It's anybody's game. Duke versus UConn, Elite 8 matchup. Who is going to Indianapolis? These teams have a history. 36 years ago, Duke beat UConn on a buzzer beater in the Elite 8. UConn ended up beating Duke 73-72 off a crazy buzzer beater from Caravan. And Boozer had 27 points and 8 rebounds, even though they lost. Game like that is exactly why March Madness never disappoints. And if you want more moments just like that, we've got you covered. To stay up to date on all things Kent State sports, head over to KentStater.com and tune into Sports Corner tonight at 7. For KSTV, I'm Trent Branchin.
After the break, we will tell you all about a Kit Kat heist that put out this weekend in Italy. Find out how many tons of special bars were stolen.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Batman made his first appearance 86 years ago in 1939. The Caped Crusader first appeared in Detective Comics, and since then, copies of the issue have been sold for more than $1.8 million. This milestone anniversary celebrates not only Batman's debut, but also his strong legacy as a cultural phenomenon. When first released, socialite Bruce Wayne and his secret identity resonated with readers during a time of global conflict, but its impact is still felt nowadays. A truck containing more than 400,000 Kit Kat bars was stolen in Italy, but it wasn't the ordinary Kit Kat. This chocolate treat had a special design.
That is right, Amanda. The bars were all shaped like F1 cars, and the overall haul weighed more than 12 tons. Nestle says that while this was a lot of chocolate taken, the theft will not impact Kit Kat's bars' availability in stores, and police are still looking for the truck and the person responsible for the theft.
I love Kit Kats. What's your favorite chocolate?
My favorite chocolate is Kit Kats.
Look at it. It's been stolen. Were you the one who stole it?
I wish. I don't know what I would do with 12 tons of chocolate.
That is a lot of chocolate. I don't know what they're going to do with it. And that's a special edition, so that's pretty fun.
That is pretty fun.
I wish we could have one of those.
I think that would be like the best thing ever. That would be like the highlight of my year, just 12 tons of chocolate.
Just sitting there in your room.
And like rice cars.
No, I love Kit Kat, but my favorite chocolate is probably like just pure milk chocolate. I love that. I'm just simple. But it's so fun. Love those.
I say like milk chocolate top tier.
Yes.
Yeah. But thank you for tuning in this Monday evening. For more stories in your community, be sure to stay updated with the Kent Stater.
And make sure to check out the new episode of Sports Corner at 8. I'm Amanda Nichelle.
And I'm Lila Schaefer-Hughes. Have a good night, Portage County.
Warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text to emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.